In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. And the Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense takes the field to start this game off. It's a basketball state. There's no question about that. But when they square off for the Governor's Cup, oh, football is big time.
Oh, it's so beautiful, too. And usually interconference rivalry game, too. It means a lot to these fans, and the bragging rights are rich.
Yeah, you're right, guys. It's not just horse racing in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. They play a big-time football game here as well. I've actually called this game before. These fans get hyped.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. These two first met in 1912 and both have a rich history of stars. Johnny Unitas, Lamar Jackson from Louisville, Bear Bryant, Tim Couch at Kentucky through the years. The rivalry is a great one, fellas.
That's a great list of people to think about in this rivalry. Obviously, it runs deep, and the uniforms are solid, right? Like bright red, blue on the other side, just a nice color clash.
Yeah, visually and optically, you're right. This is a very good-looking rivalry game, but it's also good on the field. There's a lot of talent assembled here today.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Louisville Cardinals offense will get the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Louisville squeaked out a close one the last time these two met.
And the Cardinals made big plays when they really needed to. It's hard to execute sometimes with emotions and rivalry games, but they took care of business, Paul.
Going over the top. And he reels it in inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. The Cardinals want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Hit as he throws. Touchdown Cardinals. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. He hung in there as long as he could, and it paid off.
What toughness. The QB just hanging there knowing you're going to get hit, but still throwing a strike down the field. Offensive linemen are going to love that guy.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all that.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as he gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Coming after it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Slips through the line. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Let's go. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Ashby. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. They try to pop a run on the draw. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. To the air, it's Allen. Fires to the right. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 7 over Penn State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wants to go deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. Off the bootleg and rolling out. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Dropping back, it's Allen. He finds his man. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Cardinals are on the move. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ashby. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got a big paw on it, and the tip drill pick. Taking it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats!
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David can swing. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. He's going to pass. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He caught it. And the Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. To the air, it's Allen. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to...
He gets it in! Touchdown, Louisville! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He'll come out throwing on first down, using the quick game. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's the punt high into the air. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They go to the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Now on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're bringing heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in the fight for the Governor's Cup. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this fight between Louisville and Kentucky plays out.
They'll open this third quarter with a run. Nice move to pick up yardage. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Grab near the marker is Ashby. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll go back to the air on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Snagged in the middle. It's Ashby. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Cardinals have their offense in high gear. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up. On the move, it's Ashby. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Snags it. Touchdown, Cardinals! And that one will put them up here in the second half. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays. You know,
he's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Pressure coming. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Feeling some heat. Gonna take a shot. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making you honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught on the outside, it's White. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Wilcox. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Unloads quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the lone running back. At the 40, there he goes. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They're going to ride this running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Back to throw. It's Allen. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Got it in the middle. It's Hughes. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Fighting off the defender. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Returners only get so many chances in a game. You really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wildcats. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
He's right on target. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Scanning the field, it's Allen. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Getting some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late, and the defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch them off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on fourth down.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on fourth down. No dice. Offense now set up an easy position to get a score.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense.
Off he goes! And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats! The defense with the scoop and score. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like to just keep it in the back of your mind.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Allen. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing.